Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast, and today is an episode 113. Happy New Year, happy 2025, and in today's episode we are going to dive into what 2025 will bring it to the Twin Flames and people who are awakening. Just to say, many Twin Flames will awaken this year, and many Divine Masculines will have a year of releasing, of discovering, of understanding. So this year, if you are the first time hearing about Twin Flames and you come across with that, then welcome to this journey. In this podcast, I will be walking you through of the cosmic events, the meaning of 2025, what we have to pay attention to, portals that we are going to have. I'm going to focus on the main portals, and I will add very little about the smaller portals. I will not spend so much time on this, but I will be talking what are the main portals. This podcast episode is a bit of like a cheat spreadsheet for you, in that sense that if you are following these cosmic events and you connect with these cosmic events, that's just to remind you, everything that happens universally, everything that happens in a sense of universe will happen in this world. We are always receiving energies. We can see these changes and shifts during the full moon, during the eclipses, during cosmic events such as some of the planets are in a certain order and things are changing and shifting from there. We can call this a nonsense, but when you start following it, you start realizing that there is something. And when you step into these energies, you're going to also be in a state of flow. Instead of fighting against what is coming, instead of fighting against the change, instead of trying to control the outcome, because I'm just going to say, you are the vessel of transmuting the energies. So let's just say about it, when there is an event, for example, it's time to release the energies. It's time to let go of it. And I will also, in this episode, I will walk you through of all of the things that help you to release, help you to become better at this connection. Just to say that me becoming, like before I was introduced or I came to this journey of Twin Flames, I didn't understand any of these things. But as I went through all of this, and funny enough, that so many things happened to me while there was a cosmic event. And I started to realize there must be some kind of a connection. For example, when my twin returned, how that happened and during which kind of a season. And it wasn't, eventually I realized it is not a coincidence. But I had to do certain things during these times. So these things are very important. Also, I'm going to say that for me, it's not a new year. I consider New Year as a cosmic New Year, which is from the Lionsgate, 0808, 2025, it's coming. And last year was a very strong manifestation year. And this year, for those who things haven't manifested yet, it's a time to release. And we're going to go get into all of that. I would highly recommend you to actually have a paper or something with you, or I don't know, save that in a sense within you the whole year. When you would remember, I will try to my best to keep the reminders, to put it out there that this is going to happen, this is what is coming, pay attention. Just because like this, you will have a time to prepare for these cosmic events. The same way for the Patreon group who we have and we do workshops, I will be designing all of the workshops regarding to the portals, regarding to the things that are going to happen. I'm also going to say already before we go into all of these things that the beginning of the year is very important. and the end of the year is very important. So in between there is a little bit more peace and a little bit more of time to transform and change. So don't take this very lightly. But the beginning of the year can start with a very strong shift and change, and a lot can happen, and you feel like you cannot handle it. And even though you think like, wow, it's just a new year, it's just about to happen, but I will explain you why of these things are there. And then let's say in the mid of May to beginning of August or end of July, it's a little bit calm time, and then it picks up again. So just to say that this year, follow these energies. If you would like to live the life in love, in your purpose, in union, in a connection, then follow the cosmic events. So let's begin and let's start with an effect. What is the year of 2025? What it is numerologically. So if we do the math, this year is a number 9. And this is the year where a lot of old is about to die. Everything that has been a karmic release, like in a sense of karmic energies or things that no longer serve you. As you know, I'm not the biggest word of karmic because I believe that karmic in a sense is the lesson that we had to learn, or we had a contract in a sense of doing it, and then we let go of. And this goes for everything, whether it goes for jobs, friendships, places where you live, just to remind you that everything has an energetic contract. If you keep on staying stuck within the same thing, you will see how the energy is stuck over there. Everything is energetic. If you move, change, shift, you'll see also how more energy, more opportunities, and things will change in your life. So number 9 is time to close the old cycles. So these are the things, if you're thinking, I need to change my life, that many of us are thinking on the 1st of January that, well, now I will diet, or I will start meditating more, or I will start journaling, I will start getting my life together, I will start focusing on me and not on my twin flame. You're putting all of this down. Just to say that the first thing is here to get comfortable that your old life can shift and change and not to be the same. And that depends a lot on the things you manifested during the Lion's Gate. If you didn't know about Lion's Gate, don't worry. If you are now here, you are still in a cycle of releasing. And also for twin flames, now it starts a deep emotional purging, letting go, releasing. Those of you who have had calls with me, they know that number 999 is a meaning of a release. Releasing everything old, releasing emotions, releasing pain, releasing things that are holding you back of you being you. And all of these things are coming to the surface now. So in that sense, as we are humans who don't like a lot of our change, sometimes we can feel like, oh my God, why these things are happening to me? But it's not a bad thing. Just try to think of yourself, I'm releasing it. Let's say you have old pants you really, really love, or old t-shirt you really love. But time is up. And you need to release it. You need to let go of it, saying, okay, I'm going to let go of you. Believe me, new will arrive. I know it's a very simple example, but that's the idea of when we are in a state of fear that I'm going to lose my job, or my marriage is falling apart, or I don't have friends right now. I feel very lonely. And it sounds right now that the year is starting very badly, but actually it's a very, very good thing. Releasing emotions, releasing energies is the way you're going to shift and change. and especially on this journey. And I will explain about that in very soon, where the divine feminine and divine masculine are uniting. I work a lot with energies, and the key element, what I have noticed of working with energies, is the release. If there is a stagnant energy inside of you that you are holding on to, such as fear that my twin flame will not return, fear that I will not be loved, fear that this is all a madness, this is not real, fear that you're going crazy, fear that of that spiritual next step, all of these things, when they are inside of you, they start coming out. And that's also for the divine masculines. I will be trying to make a different video, and maybe it's only going up on a Patreon, and there is a reason for that, because I don't like these predictions of divine masculines, just because I feel they are part of you, and everything that you change and shift will change and shift in them as well. So when you no longer focus on them, they have a energy to start focusing on them and letting go. Just to say, I thought I was mentally very strong and I can control this and I will not feel that love and I will not feel this connection. The energy won. This divine energy won over me until I surrendered, until I was like, all right, I don't care if it's twin flame or whatever it is, this would happen to me. And the more I was connecting with that, the more things started to align. So I say that the deep emotional purging, closure of old cycles, and a lot of spiritual lessons are coming to the full circle. And we will see this also in a humanitarian scale. We'll see that in the world. A lot of things, and this is now financially, this is the way of, how do I say, our countries operate. A lot of things will start to crumble. And we have seen that already previously. The year is piling up because we are at the age of Aquarius. And it is humanitarian, love, healing. So just to say, for every Aquarian who is listening to me, you know that you have a mission in certain way or another of spreading the love, spreading the light, healing and connection. We get to that as well as we are moving from here. And as we are going past our karmic deaths this year, and I'm just going to say, for those who did the Lionsgate energy activations or meditated a lot during the Lionsgate portal and manifested and put their energies out there, you have to see how a lot of, like all of a sudden, things start to close down very, very quickly. And of course, this year, if you do it again, you pay attention to the 8-8 portal, and 9-9 portal is coming right after this. So to say that it's like you are a bit like in a roller coaster. You're going from one state to another very quickly. So and so the number 9 year is also like it comes down to the endings, completion, all of these things. So your twin might end the karmic relationships. You might end the karmic relationships. All of these old cycles that no longer make any sense, but we are still holding on to that. And what we are, of course, working, always twin flames work on this, and we always, spiritual work is not that we think, oh, I have arrived there now, I'm good. But one of the things to work on this year, really, and that's just start putting once a month or twice a month, have yourself where you're working with your heart chakra. Because the releasing can only happen from the heart in the end state, of course other chakras too, but the heart is the element of manifestation. Because when our heart is in a co-creation of believing, trusting and connecting, we are going to manifest. Listen to Joe Dispenza a lot about it. I talk a lot about it because opening my heart chakra and cleansing my heart chakra was one of the scariest things I ever did. And that's why every time I do the heart activations and things like this, I take that very seriously. Because when our heart is in a place of highest frequency, truth, love, connection, authenticity, which just goes under truth, you are going to manifest like you are a super manifestation. That's why you always have to believe in the love of twin. And I will end today this podcast with Eckhart Tolle's saying about what love is. And Eckhart Tolle has written a book, The Power of Now, which I really highly recommend you to read this year. The two books, if you haven't read them yet, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho and The Power of Now. And this is why I say that for us to go and bring it in, what the 2025 will bring is like we are trying to control the future, but all we have is now. But what I am giving you on this podcast is a reminder of the events that are coming and what these events are meaning. Because so many of us are thinking, it has no meaning. It doesn't matter. Believe me, I was one of them. So just to say that you are not doing anything wrong. But if you happen to listen to this episode today, then I believe that your soul is like, now it's your chance. Now it's your chance to align with the universal energies. Just take it with you. So, and so the focus on this year is to clearing the blockages in the heart chakra and embracing unconditional love in a deeper way. It's a very big way, because when we release the fears, when we release the blocks, when we release all of these things, we are stepping into the love. And so also when we are connected through our heart, just to say heart chakra opening is not that you do this one time and it's going to happen. It's a process. And so just to say, if you can, once or twice a month, I have some of the recorded sessions on Patreon all the time. We have 2 live sessions on Patreon that you can join, that you can come. You're more than welcome always. And you get to know more about your heart. Heart chakra opening is super powerful. And I take that somehow very, very seriously. It can be uncomfortable sometimes because it's the vibration is very, very strong. So as we are already over here, just to say that 101 portal, like it's the first portal, I will keep that in a sense of a very simple, that today is a time of enlightenment, time of the trust, time of the enlightenment. So really try to say today within a version, try to see yourself as in a version that this is who I am. I am love. I am connected. And so from here on we move to this month. What are important? And I say to you that the beginning of the year is quite important, and then the end of the year in between as well. But just to say, we will have a new moon in Aquarius on 21st of January, and that is the time for new beginnings. And a lot of this comes in that we need to change and shift and bring it in over there. And that comes because of also January 25th. So keep in mind, January 25th, 2025 will have a very cosmic event where planets are aligning into a alignment. And that's where a very intense relationship transformations will start happening. And there is a reason of Venus and Pluto. I will not go so much into the energies. I try to put before they happen on YouTube and Facebook and all of these places that you can see. But on 25th of January, we have this beautiful thing where the planets are aligning. And I will just tell you which planets. So it will be a very, new thing that is happening, in that sense that it doesn't happen. It's a rare event where you can actually see this with your naked eye, and we have planets such as Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are in a celestial line. And that, of course, brings in a shift, in a career shift, a lot of in fortune. A lot of things will happen very quickly. And I'm just going to say that the January, of course, Aquarius, pay attention, because everything you have now thinking to manifest, to change, to shift, to have, it will happen like blink of an eye. So you have a very, very good time there to be in alignment with your heart, not with your fear, but alignment with your heart, and allow it to happen. So don't hold on to what is old. If you're holding on to what is old, simply the new energies will drag it apart. They want to give it to you. They want to show it to you. Of course, for others as well, and I try to make it one by one for each one of you, what these events will mean and how it will work out for you. But keep in mind, on 25th of January 2025, the planets align, and each one of them, and Venus is there of how do I say, the planet of love. So and then of course to bring in the fact of getting more of boundaries. This is what we talked about in the previous episode. When you are in this world, you have to learn the boundaries as well. So everything that you no longer want and serve, you have to put it up. It will bring in, and like I said, the year will start with a mix of deep transformation and feelings like, no, but I don't want to live my life like this. And then you feel very emotional. You might have a transformation where things shift and change. But it will bring you a lot of clarity. A lot of spiritual explorations will happen where you have these moments like, aha, now it makes sense why it was like this the whole time. Now it makes sense why I got no all the time. Now it makes sense why I didn't hear from my twin. Now it makes sense why I'm on this healing journey. Wow, now my purpose makes sense. So it's a lot about freedom and innovation. And I speak a lot about love is free. Love is not conditioned. Love is not how I want you to be, how I want you to come, how I want it to be. So it's a perfect time on 25th of January this year to set again new intention, particularly around relationships, personal growth, and your future. But you just need to be in a sense of grounded. So grounding is very important word over here. So you can get very emotional. I'm just going to say end of January can be where we feel we are losing everything. We don't understand what is happening. I felt very good already. I felt so much balanced, and boom, now it's happening again. But this is very important. So do not ever feel, when you feel like you are shaking and you don't understand what is happening, because then we jump into exactly our first portal, which is the 222 portal. During this portal now, it's an alignment portal. It's an alignment balance portal. Many of you, I'm going to say, it will bring you the union and balance to twin flames. I already started to see, in a sense of, with some of you, and my friend who helped me to put all of this together and explained about the cosmic energies, and she's incredible on that, but she doesn't want to She doesn't do any media presence or anything. She's very private, and she always says, those who need to find me will find me. But so the 222 portal is coming up, and it's a balance, partnerships, and duality. What do we learn on this journey? We learn the non-duality of realizing you are one with your twin. Yes, the twin has a different ego. The twin has a different path. The twin has a different life, but you are one. From that moment when you met, from that moment you looked into the eyes, the energy exchanged and shifted. You did not meet your twin by accident. And it's gonna bring deepened connections and all of that. But spiritual focus on that time should be working on your inner balance. It's you need to be balanced. If you're not yet in balance, it's all right. But then don't expect that, oh, now it's the portal and it's going to happen. You're not in alignment yet. You're not in a balance. That's all right. That's good, because you know that. And same for your twin. If they are not in a balance, where the feminine and masculine energies are in balance, you are like one. Not that the other one overpowers. But just to say that some of you, 222 is very, very crucial. You will see either you hear from your twin or something on your journey will now click like, oh, that's why. That's why we are where we are. And that brings us to the end of February now. I tell you, like I said, I've been repeating the same thing. January, February, March, months where massive shifts and change happening. If you are dedicated on these 3 months, you get to breathe in between, and then you push again at the end of the year. So now comes in a Shivaratri. And Shivaratri in this year, and I will talk about it, Mahashivaratri is where divine feminine and divine masculine are uniting. It works with a new moon. So new moons are at the times where we are gathering new energies. These things are not, how do I say, that we came up with that last year. For centuries, if you look at up to books and things like this, you will see the similar dates where different things have happened. How Egyptians, how Hindus, also Muslims, all of them have lived, and other religious. I don't want to bring the religion in it, but if you read the books, you will see how they live by the moon. Moon is the one that is shifting and changing, because also the planets are shifting and changing along the way. And now comes in the Mahashivaratri that happens at the end of February. We as Twin Flames, we have a Costa Rica retreat this year organized in Costa Rica for Mahashivaratri. Our first one was in Cyprus, and now we will be doing this in Costa Rica. The reason I do it in Costa Rica, I have no idea. Like I say, on this journey, I never have an idea why I do what I do. But I'm a true believer of Mahashivaratri, and I'm not saying that everybody else has to believe what I believe. But I'm just giving you of the fact what I have researched, what happened to me, and how these energies started to align with me. When I was in the painful journey, I had no idea about Mahashivaratri. I had no idea why divine feminine and why divine masculine have to unite. I remember when I was in this pain and I was listening to some of the tarot things and some of the so on and so on. And I understood, okay, I am the female or the divine feminine because I'm the chaser, and my runner is a divine masculine, and so on. But I never understood that, but these energies need to align. They need to become one. Yin and yang are in oneness. So it's not about separation. It's about the union. So that's why I always say that when we are naming ourselves, oh, I'm the divine feminine, I'm the one who is chasing, I just want to say, no, you're both. but you now need to balance them out. And Mahashivaratri is one of the most powerful way of doing it because it's a collectively. Collectively, I know Sadhguru is doing a big event for that. A lot of people who believe in these energies will come together, meditate on this day. Of course, ideally we should be fasting. We did that last year. This year on a retreat, I give it the option to people whether to fast or not to. And it happens on February 26th and February 27th. So this is the time where divine feminine and divine masculine energies are in a union. You have a chance to tap into these energies and feel them and connect with them. And I remember that by chance, the universe took me to a retreat. I had no idea about Mahashivaratri or divine feminine or divine masculine or what these energies are. But the universe put me there to experience it exactly on that day, exactly on this moment. I remember I walked into my room. I still have a picture of that. And then on the window, it was written, like, you know, when we have a bit of a how do you say, the fog or like the window is a little watery or something like this. I don't know how you say that. And then there was written love, and there was a heart under this. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And when we did all these exercises, holotropic breath work, with all of that, and I saw my twin and me, because in holotropic breath work, there's no way you're going to think about something, because it's going naturally pretty much high, actually. And I saw all of this, like it was like so clear for me. And when I came out of that, I said, this is not something I made up. This is not something I wanted on purpose, or I didn't. This is all real. I know many people have said the same about ayahuasca, that they've been on an ayahuasca trip and their twin appears there and they have the connection, and so much is happening there. So then I realized it's more than that. So that's why for me Mahashivaratri is something I celebrate, I fast, I connect with. And it has changed my life to balance my energies. I have a tendency to go into the masculine energy and not going into the receiving. And this is what is wrong, what we hear. Divine feminine as a chaser shouldn't be the chaser. Divine feminine is the one who is receiving. This is the divine feminine energy. And when we call ourselves divine feminine, we actually are the ones like wounded divine feminine. And same is the masculine, wounded divine masculine. So now the healing process is important, because divine feminine does not chase, divine feminine receives. And that goes for both men and women. We need to know how to receive. Our right hand gives out, our left hand receives. So right side is masculine, our left side is feminine, and we need to learn them in balance. Often our body tells us very quickly what is out of the balance. So anyhow, my story is that Mahashivaratri is the next event you need to pay attention to. During this day, to meditate, to connect, those who can come on a Costa Rica retreat, you are so in a place of receiving magical energies on that time to change and shift your year into alignment, into union, into oneness. So those of you who would like to join, of course, you're more than welcome to inflameawakeningjourney.com. All the information is there. Do it fast, as we have people yes and no here and there. So I'm just going to say, please be really fast, as it is a very magical event. And but if you cannot join, of course, join online events, join what matters to you. And that's what brings us to the next portal, which is on 333. And that brings now, and this is why I say, this is like a blueprint of my journey, which I didn't even know that existed at the time it happened to me. When I had aligned my energies on divine feminine and divine masculine journey, I remember what I realized about masculines, and this is why I'm also dedicated to heal men, because they do so much for us, and they are sometimes unable to express their feelings. Sometimes they have taken the whole pressure of the family to financially support. Or sometimes when something happens, we say, oh, can you do this, can you do that? And they always would do it for us. It's sad with wounded masculines, but I believe that if instead of blaming, instead of putting men down, we should show them why they are here and what is the purpose of them. And they would do everything for Divine Feminine. And so when I was at this retreat, and I really realized the importance of men, because I grew up very independent. Because I was in the wrong energy. I was not in the energy of receiving anything. If the man wanted to do something for me, I would say, no. Even if other people, I didn't know how to receive. And that goes to every aspect. It goes to aspect of accepting love, accepting finances, for me, everything had to be a hard work and suffering. But I'm so thankful that I learned about the energies. I became one with the energies. And wow, what a magic started to happen. And this episode here is to inspire you. So the 333 portal is coming right after that, which is a self-expression, communication, and growth. And that's what happened to me. That was the moment, just to say, I started my podcast during this time. So this is the portal that supports creative endeavors, manifesting dreams, and stepping into one's authentic self. And it is about personal growth. And also what happened when I came back from the Mahashivaratri, I think it was week or something like this, my twin flame just like flooded me with an information what happened to him during our separation, during the time I moved away from the country, what he had experienced during and now, and what he feels. And he said it's an impossible love that will never die. He said, I never felt something like that. And I was sitting there after so long time and thinking, wow, it was real. I kept all of this inside of me for so long, and now he tells me that it was all real. And that's of course where my podcast started. That was where I got the clarity, so the communication and growth, all of that came. But again, what I believe was the fact that I did the Mahashivaratri. I united my energies, and my twin felt safe enough now, because the energy was alignment, to tell me all of that. Just to say, until that moment, he had not said any of these things that he ever felt. So I'm just saying that it's based on my own experience. And I've obviously now read and researched a lot about it. I like also the book of The Alchemist, where you can see a lot of these things. So just to say that Alchemist is a very easy read to have and very important, because it's a personal journey, and it's a journey of faith and love, and it reflects a lot of your inner world. So we move from there now into again, the March is important, because we'll have March 29, 2025, we will have a solar eclipse. And that's a new beginning now, and taking actions. You're going to step into your purpose. You're going to make bold decisions in your connection. And it will be in Aries. As we know, Aries is fiery, strong, mystical, a lot of sexual energy, a lot of fire. So there can be that you feel like losing control, but it's a new beginning. So if you have followed these 3 months, almost 4 months, now you're stepping into your purpose, you're stepping into who you are starting to live your life based on who you are. Now we have a little bit of a smaller portals over here, so I just go through them very quickly. The 4-4 portal will will start building a foundation, stability, structure, grounding. So as you have a new beginning, you start just to realize, okay, what is the foundation? How do I bring the foundation? What do I do? So it's more practical, more calmer. Then we have 5-5 portal, which brings all of that change in happen. So a lot of you can change the jobs. You have more transformation. You're breaking free from your limitations, the things that were holding you back before. Now you're releasing, you're embracing that change. So in 4-4-4 time, you were a little bit like, all right, okay. Now you're embracing it. You're feeling, wow, new things are coming. I'm getting into that. And then 666 portal is coming in within more love, more harmony. Again, very good time to focus on a heart-centered activities, self-love, healing relationships. I would say also good time to book some holidays or things like this, just to connect within you, like show yourself what is the love. And now we have arrived to the other part, end of the year. So starting off, or we have half a year is gone. So the 777 portal is coming up. And this is a spiritual awakening. We might, in July, we are able to see, again, a lot of twin flames are going to have that click. Oh my God, I'm on a twin flame journey. So this is the month where we will see, I would say, a new understandings. They might be activated before. And I also forgot to mention before the Mahashivaratri, me and my twin, we met during the Mahashivaratri, which I didn't know. I had no idea about these things during that time. The first encounter was during this time. And so just to say that these things are not not coincidental, or at least I don't believe in that. I let everybody to believe what I want to believe. So now the 7-7 portal, we will see a new understanding, like spiritual awakening. So the divine masculines also will have that moment. Oh my God, that was the time. That was the craziness. This is what just happened. So just to say, July, very eye-opening month. And your intuition, your divine guidance, like it's a month where you'll be guided around, but also can be that it's very confusing, but you start to surrender into that more and more and more. For those who've been doing a very good work in the beginning of the year, you will take that more lightly. Those who've been resisting, it can be a month of where you feel like, oh my God, my life is changing and shifting. There is so much spiritual awakening. There is a telepathy. There are energies that I cannot explain, and all of this. So then, of course, now the two important portals, the 888, which is, I consider, spiritual new year. This is the soul power time. Because Sirius is the brightest in the sky. So the sun is in Leo and aligns with the star Sirius. And this is creating an alignment and for manifestation. So anything you wish to manifest, your spiritual upgrades, your way of connecting, your way of living is on that time. 888 portal. Okay, we will have this year 889 portal, which means you release everything old and manifest very quickly the new. I would highly recommend. Last year we had an online event. This year definitely as well. Get your tickets soon. Last year they were sold out very, very quickly. This year we'll get more people in a sense of activating, in a sense of putting the energy, the intention. We'll have also a program beforehand that you can prepare yourself. I say, if you are 8-8 portal, you are in alignment. The chances that you are not going to manifest your highest desires is close to zero. If your heart is open, you start 2025 that I'm releasing all the old, I'm willing to accept all the new, I will not have a fear, pain, all of these things in my heart, you're gonna manifest everything. And you'll see that. So, activations, Kundalini activations, or I call it life force activations, what I'm doing, it changed my life. Truly changed my life. And I wish that to everybody. The reason I do my podcast, the reason I say what I say, is nothing to do with me. When I saw the shift and change that started to happen and gave me the peace, and that's why I remember when I said after the first retreat, I realized we don't get anywhere by talking. How ironic, I talk, I tell you what to do. We do get there in a certain way, but we need to work with energies. And that's why these portals, things to pay attention, are super important. And then right exactly this month from 8-8 portal to 9-9 portal is a time where I would say meditate for 30 days. Write your desires down. Work on releasing everything, because that's the ending, completion, and release. That's where the old is like cut off with a knife, that end. That's it. Finished. And so all of the cycles will end this year 999. So even if you think or imagine what you would like to close or end this year, then this is the time. So whatever you're going to work on this year of letting go, and remember, it's an emotional healing, forgiveness, letting go of karmic patterns. It's helpful for resolving past issues with your twin flame, that you cannot come to the same page. You keep on doing the same mistakes over and over and over again. It's a really powerful time. 8-8 portal, you will manifest, you will step into your spiritual power. So definitely make sure on that day, wherever you can go or come to the online event, make sure you'll be there. It's so powerful. And then, of course, then we'll have a lunar eclipse right after that. How the world works, huh? It just knows everything somehow. And so September 21st, we'll have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. And this will bring it up, the old wounds for healing. And also the time to spiritual connection and let go of any illusions that prevent union. And illusion is a meaning also that I want this to be this way. I want to union to be this way. I will do that way. I will do this and that and this and this and this. Let it go. Trust, trust, trust. And then we have the end of the year, 10-10-10 portal, which is new beginning, new start. 11-11, where we had this year the retreat here in Cyprus, which was, I hope we can do that again, because it's a master number of spiritual awakening, intuition, and soul alignment. That's where we do the soul alignment. That was the whole, in a sense, of getting to the alignment of who you really are. And then we end the year with a completion and mastery of knowing who you are. So actually, it's not that hard. There is quite a system in place. If we follow the portals, if we follow the moon, if we follow the energies, there are a couple of other events that are coming up. But I just wanted to give you an overview of the portals to remember the energies. Well, like I said, for me, there are key events. Starting with the 25th of January. On 24th, we have a new moon in Aquarius. 25th, we have this cosmic event where the energies are aligning. Then we have Mahashivaratri, divine feminine and divine masculine are uniting. Very powerful event. If you are looking into inner union, into alignment, don't miss the Mahashivaratri. Don't do that. Of course, it can become very emotional, very stirring, all of these things, but this is all very normal. Then there is a solar eclipse right after that. So again, brings it in the new energy. And then we have a bit of a time. Again, we start from Lionsgate event, 88 portal, 999 portal to finish all of this. What has to be finished. There's no way back from there anymore. No way back. And then we complete the year. And we have, so just to say that these are how I see it. I will be doing individual what for each one of you this year brings. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. You will have a short versions that we put together with an energetic alignment. It's not a prediction. It's about where the planets are and how they are affecting. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope this gave you some kind of a enlightenment, how to prepare yourself for this year, how to be more in a connection. But I also say, if you're already chosen, the universe will make it happen, like it made it for me, without even knowing of all of these things. I never knew anything about Lionsgate, Mahashivaratri, what is the 1111 portal. None of this, I had no idea. But they changed my life forever. And I want to end what Eckhart Tolle says about love. True love is transcendental, without recognition of the forms within yourself. There can be no transcendental love. If you cannot recognize the formless in yourself, you cannot recognize yourself in the other. The recognition of the other as yourself in essence, not the form, is true love. As long as the conditioned mind operates and you are completely identified with it, there is no true love. There may be substitutes, things that are called love, but are not true love. So with these words, I just want to say that the love is inside of you. Everything is inside of you. It's not outside. And it's not about how your twin feels love and how they see the world and if they know what true love is. True love is inside of you. Connect with that, open the heart, and become that. Because when you're connected to love, you are going to also connect, manifest, and see everything that you are meant to see. Anyways, so that was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, stay here. It would be lovely. You will have the first heart-centered activated meditation here on YouTube, and Patreon members, of course, will have the access to it. You will hear about your story, what the 2025 will bring to you. So for the next 12 days, stay here, connect, and hear. And those, like I said, those who would like to join us during the Mahashivaratri to Costa Rica, you're more than welcome to. I believe that your soul already knows where it has to be. I always say, this is why, in a sense of, I just remind you, but I always say, your soul knows you have to be there before before your, let's say, finances, before your schedule. It just makes you to be there. So if you would like to be there and you are made to be on that time, such a cosmic time there, I'll see you in Costa Rica, 25th of February till 2nd of March, to connect with the Mahashivaratri and unite these energies through energy activations, breath work, Kundalini yoga, where we manifest, where we learn how to manifest within our body, where you get to share with other twin flames and speak your truth, to learn to speak your truth, and so much more. So we'll see you there. And then, of course, if you wish to have a call, I'll be back next week, and you're more than welcome to book a session. twinflameawakeningjourney.com. Let this year bring a lot of love, lot of unconditional love and manifestation to you. I want to say a huge thank you for being here. And yeah, see you next time.
Meet me on the east side.
Happy New Year.
If you wanna ride, maybe I just wanna get you high. It's midnight, I know you don't wanna fall in love. I keep it airtight. You know I don't wanna go home. I play both sides. I would sell my soul. If you want it, baby, tell me that you do. You know I don't give it up for anyone. No, baby, I save all my love for you. It's for you. You can hide from me all you like, but I know where to find you. I will try and keep you off my mind and set my sights on finding somebody other than you.